Yeah, get a sense of the pitch, get a sense of the stadium. You don't get a feel for the grass. I mean, Mo mentioned the grass and the pitch that's been relayed. I spoke to James Milner. He said it wasn't great. So I think the players will get a feel for that. But I think as a player, you just want to get out there. You just want to get out there, get a feel for the. Both teams know who's going to play pretty much. All the players, even it's not like the subs can get out there and put in a good session and get into starting 11. We know who's going to play for Real Madrid. We know who's going to play for Liverpool. So pretty much all the work's been done, Seema, and you're just waiting for the game to come tomorrow.
What is the pressure like playing for Real Madrid with the expectation that it carries?
It's huge, but that's what you want to play football for. Everybody has expectation. The bigger club you play for, the more successful clubs that you play for, demand trophies every single year, and you have to try your best to deliver them. So that's not with expectation and demand. That's why you become a professional footballer. Is to walk up steps and lift trophies. That's what it's all about. And when we were football fans, we loved our teams for doing that. And then when you become a football player yourself, that's what you want to do, to give back to the fans. But these boys now just take it in the stride because they've been here so often. Madrid's record in the Champions League is great. Liverpool have been in it 3 times since 2018, so this is nothing for them, this is just going to be a lovely occasion, which of course they want to win and finish off the season.
They've won it 13 times. It's incredible when you look at their history in this particular competition. What is it that makes them so special in the Champions League or the European Cup?
That badge carries a lot of weight as well against opponents. I think Real Madrid have been one of the most dominant sides, of course. Their record suggests that. But I think in 10 years we'll look back at this period and we'll see Real Madrid's name on the trophy a lot of times. However, that won't tell the full story, because I don't think in the last 10 years they've actually been the dominant side. They have in terms of the amount they've won it. But if you look at every single time in the last few years that they've started the tournament, they've not even been in the first 3 or 4 favourites. It's always been Man City and Paris Saint-Germain and Liverpool and Bayern Munich and teams like that. They've won it and been the underdogs in this last decade, which is incredible, because previously when they've won it, they have been the best. The domination of Barcelona when we were sort of playing as well was there, and that reflects in the trophy. But this Real Madrid team have won it a few times in recent years, and I don't think they've been the dominant side in Europe.
Thing is,
they've got a know-how.
Yeah, they got. I mean, that's the one thing these guys have. I mean, we've all been in teams. Once you get, as a young kid, you can be maybe a bit nervous on this occasion. When you get the experience, you go into this game completely different. You're so confident, and you got Modric, you got Kroos, you got Casemiro, you got Benzema. They have virtually every ingredient they need. I think even Real Madrid will acknowledge Liverpool as favourite. Just the season they've had, the way that they've played. But Real Madrid, with the group of players they have, they know they can look and dress and go, we're going to get a chance.
And they don't mind
five times, Modric. It could be his 5th time tomorrow. I mean, 5 times.
It's unbelievable.
It's incredible.
And Maka, what was it like for you? Because you went back to Madrid yesterday to catch up with the team. What was that experience like?
It was really nice catching up with Carlo and talking to him about his time in the city of Liverpool, of course, with Everton, and watching the lads play, and just seeing a lot of the boys training, and it was a really good atmosphere. But great going back, because there's still people who work here, some of the kit men and physios that were working there when I was there. So it's a real family atmosphere.
Thank you very much.
It really is. And again, everybody seems in good spirits and very relaxed ahead of it. I mean, I guess with the Real Madrid players particularly, they've been here and done it before quite a few times.
Particularly the last shot there, as we mentioned, the great Luka Modric.
Exactly.
Coming into his 37th year and still performing like he has been, and some of his passes against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge for the Benzema header, and of course the Rodrigo goal. Absolute superstar and a diamond, a lovely man, which is more important than everything.
Right, gents, are you ready for some squad rotation, Maka? We're going to send you up to the gantry, because you're actually going to be in commentary.
Good job on fit, isn't it? It's a good job on fit.
I know. We'll follow you up there.
That's true.
To join Glenn Huddle and Darren Fletcher. So you have a lovely little walk up to the gantry, and we've got Peter Crouch who joins us now. Crouchy.
Not the first time I've been substituted.
It's the super sub.
It's when you get subbed off. That's what you don't want. You could do this to him later on.
I'm going to save this show now. Plan B.
We needed you. Well, Crouchy, you have been a rather busy man. When we talk about really enjoying the occasion of being in Paris here for the Champions League final, you've enjoyed it. Tell us what you've been up to.
Yeah, you know what? Rio said it. When you're players, you go from the airport to the hotel. You don't sample any of it. So, my 3rd year in retirement now, I thought I'd take it all in. So I've done a lot. I've been everywhere. Yeah, I was interviewing Camila Cabello last night. I was out on a scooter today, sampling. Oh, there she is.
You're teaching her the robot dance. I think she does it better than you, Crouchy.
No, she doesn't. I taught her everything I know. Yeah, there's me on a scooter. All pretty bizarre, really. But
you're the busiest man in Paris.
Well, yeah. I wasn't expecting to do half the things that I did, but it's been and like I say, usually when you're locked away, when you're playing games, you don't take any of the city in, and as you can see here, I'm having a great time.
Yeah, I can see you are. What did you learn to cook?
Macaroons, believe it or not.
Did they taste good?
Yeah, they
for bringing some for us, we really appreciate it.
Yeah, no, they were devoured in the hotel, and they went down pretty well.
Brilliant. And Camila Cabello, what was she like then to me?
She was nice. I mean, she looked at me at times and think, who the hell is this person here talking to me? I think, I took her by surprise a little bit, but she was great. I think she's doing the song before the game, so my little girl was really pleased that I'm there.
Oh, I bet she was. But you know what? It's a really interesting point that we've heard from Ria and yourself about enjoying the occasion, and it's just nice to be here for such a big moment and such a good game as well.
Seema, as a player, most players will never get the opportunity to come here and to play in this game. So, of course, it's a business trip. You want to win, but you want to find a way to enjoy it as well. It's the end of a season. It's the last game. You put so much work in as a group of players, as staff, and you want to celebrate with everyone at the end of it.
Absolutely. Well, we sent Macca up to the gantry, so let's see if he made it there. He's gone to join Darren Fletcher and Glenn Hoddle. Have you made it, Macca? I mean, he said it was a test of his fitness. Let's see if he got there. I don't know if he has quite, but we do know that Fletch and Glenn Hoddle are there. Hello!
So
how are you? He has lost his face. He hasn't made it. I thought we gave him a good few minutes there.
No, there is no Macca at the moment. He's got to get into a lift before he can do the stairs, Glenn. It's not quite that straightforward to get here. What we can do in the meantime, while we wait for him, is to kind of find out what you're looking forward to in this final tomorrow, because there are so many fascinating, interesting little cameos out there on the football pitch. I mean, one of the situations I'm looking forward to, Glenn, is how that battle works on the Liverpool right between Trent Alexander-Arnold at right back and Vinicius Jr. on the left-hand side. That's been such a key area for both clubs en route to the final. Real Madrid in particular, the way they've gone about it against some of the bigger sides.
Yeah, it has been, and I think what they've done in the three games we've covered, the big games, as you say, from Paris, Chelsea and Man City, is that he sat out Vinicius. That's the problem he might cause Liverpool tomorrow. If he just sits out, he doesn't have to track all the way back. Somebody else in that Liverpool midfield might have to have one eye to slide across out there, probably Fabinho. But I think that's a real big tactic that has worked well for Real Madrid. But it's something that Liverpool might have to have a little look at. Liverpool look like a side with Klopp that goes like, we know what we're good at. We appreciate your opponents, but we're good at this. We're going to cause you problems. He's not going to stop the fullbacks going. So I think it's really intriguing to see that area of the pitch, yeah. Plus the high line that they play as well, with Modric in the team. If you're playing against Modric, that could play into his hands. With Vinicius sits out, the pace and the runs that he makes, that's tactically where I would be looking to say there's a danger there from Real Madrid.
In terms of what? Expand on that a little bit, because I know this Liverpool high line and the way that Real Madrid go about it fascinates you heading into the match.
Yeah, well, there's some players in football where you can close them down from 6 or 7 yards and they'll knock it square. With the likes of Modric and Kroos when he's at his best, you have to get really tight. So even if they're 2 yards, they've got half a yard of space, they'll find that killer ball. And that's the difference when you're playing against top quality midfield players. And I think that's when they're at their best. And being a final, they're going to be at their best.
Let's have a bit of romance then, because I'm an old romantic in situations like this. There's a player who's going to wear number 9 for Real Madrid, Karim Benzema, and might well win a Ballon d'Or this season. He's certainly been the best player in the Champions League in terms of production. And then you've got the way that Real Madrid have qualified for this Champions League final. We focus obviously a lot on Liverpool because we see so much of them. But I mean, they should have gone out against PSG, they should have gone out against Chelsea, they should have been beaten by Manchester City, and here they are in Paris for the Champions League final. How much do you rely on romance if you're Real Madrid and say, well, look, name on the trophy, this is our year? Because it certainly feels that way.
Yeah, you can't rely on romance, but what you've said there, Fletch, I'm quite amazed, actually. I'm amazed that Real Madrid are in this final. I mean, over 6 matches, the double legs against teams, Paris, Chelsea and Man City, I've got to say, they've probably played, 45 minutes, 50 minutes of some vintage, some magical football, and Benzema's been behind it, and they've ended up in the final. I'm scratching my head to understand how they actually got here, but they are a team of experience and they will fancy their chances, although I think Liverpool, with a full side, are the stronger team.
We have good news and bad news. The good news is that Steve McManaman has finally made it. The bad news is, Steve, that for this particular segment, we're out of time.
Of course, I can't breathe anyway. I had to run up the stairs. The lift was broke.
We did say that it was a long way up. That wasn't
the programme notes, was it, everybody?
We did say that it was a long way up. It's a fantastic view we've got here. Macca's going to take a rest.
I'll be back down now.
Stephen, we're going to hand back to you. Macca's delighted that he ran up here as quick as he did. We've got no time to get any thoughts, but we did manage to get Glenn's thoughts on how he thinks this final is going to be won or lost tomorrow. So we're all excited. Macca needs a rest. Back to you.
Thank you very much, Fletch. That's brilliant. We sent him all the way up there and he made it too late. Well, after the break, we're going to focus on that man there, Carlo Ancelotti, the first manager to reach 5 Champions League finals. We'll talk about the key players as well and their potential match winners.